We don't own the rights to this music, so let me go ahead and turn that down. YouTube will shut us down. Yeah, do it like it's our one-on-ones. Mm, mm, mm. It is 10 a.m. We are trying to get broadcasting live so that we can definitely have our script practice session. It is working on YouTube, so I'm going to go ahead and share this, and I can share it on Facebook, right? Copy the link, share it on Facebook. Good morning, good morning, good morning. If you're joining me, I cannot see you just yet. I am posting right to Facebook, and I am just going to try to put it in the right place. Let's see. Scripts and accountability. Go. We are good. We are good. We are good. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. How are you? All right. Danielle. I got Danielle. I got Ryan. We can go ahead and get started. We don't have to wait. I am going to be your last great call or your last difficult call or something like that. You let me know. Let me just invite some folks because I know that Scott wants to come through it. Real estate talk is happening at the same time. All right, well, let's get to practicing. I am listening. And so they understand this is that this is not just like yes, perfect. Let's go. Let's grow. How you doing? Thanks for joining. I can't see who you are. Is that Mr. More Son, not less son?
That is Mr. Moss son, not less son.
All right. Well, we're getting started. The format that we do is you just give us a little bit of perspective on who you're talking to, and I will be that person or I will be that agent. So Ryan is
Okay.
going to start. Wait, we got Ryan Partridge on the start. So all he has to do is unmute, but you got to, I don't know how you're going to do it. You got to get on a headphone or something because we'll have like a killer reverb. All right. While they're doing that, Mawson, what do you do to sort of warm up and practice?
So I'll read through whatever script I'm going to be jumping into. Read through it 2 or 3 times. Common objection handlers, just to have them in front of me, and then the script practice. If I can get somebody in the mornings. The mornings are a little bit tough, so usually I end up doing the chanting and reading to myself.
Wow. Okay. All right. Well, we're here. Um, while I am doing this, I'll tell you this. I have 3 levels of script practice that I do, right? And so there's
Okay.
chant speed, right? Which is, hey, this is Sekou. I'm calling about the home for sale. This is the owner. I'm doing the service for all the for sale by owners in the area. And I was just wondering if you sold this home, right? And I do that as fast as I can, 3 or 4 times in a row, right? Then I have
Gotcha.
practice speed, which I take some music. I put some music on. Usually I put on study and chill music, right? I don't know what's going on with this, right? But oh, my bad. Right. So usually I put on study and chill music, and then I just say the script to the speed and the tempo of the study and chill music. I'll give you guys an example of that. Right. And so it's just lo-fi hip hop music, right? I don't own the rights to any of this. Right. And I go, hey, this is Sekou. I'm calling about the home you have for sale. Is this the owner? I'm doing a survey of all the for sale by owners in the area, and I was just wondering, if you sold this home, where would you go next? Now, what I'm doing now is I'm recording that. I'm recording my voice, the script, my voice, and the tempo to this music, which is creating a mnemonic device, which is actually helping me to remember the script the same way you remember lyrics to music. It's pretty
Gotcha.
awesome. And whenever that whenever you encounter somebody with that tempo, you can just fall right in, and you could have a, hey, this is Sekou. How are you today? Listen, I'm doing a survey of all. And then the third speed that I do is role play speed, and that is based on the person that I'm role playing with. So those are the three speeds that I work at when I'm scripting. All right, I think Ryan, are we ready, Big Rye? All right, you're muted still, so unmute when you're ready.
Ring ring.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak with Sekou?
this is.
Hey, this is Ryan over at eXp Realty. I was calling you today about the property on 123 Main Street.
Oh, okay, yeah. What can I do for you?
Yeah, I wanted to reach out to you because, as you may know, the market in your area has seen a big change in the past year. The issue we're seeing now is that there are more people looking to buy than sellers looking to sell. Same thing with rentals. So I want to reach out to you and ask you, would you ever consider selling if the right offer came along?
Uh, I'd be a fool not to, right?
I would say so. I mean, the prices in your area are pretty hot right now. I mean, of course, every investment has to have the proper return, right?
Yeah.
Okay. With that being said, was there a price you would consider to be an adequate return on your investment?
Oh, geez, I don't know, man. I wouldn't give it away, but I don't want to be obnoxious too.
No, I totally get it. It's got to make sense for you, I'm sure, and the potential buyers. I mean, how long have you owned the property for?
I've been here for the last 10 years.
10 years? Great. Wow. So it's been a little bit. I'm curious, how did you happen to purchase an investment in the area?
It just the prices lined up for me.
Okay. Okay. Great. Now, if you were ever to sell, where would that be? Oh, excuse me. When would that be?
I mean, to be honest with you, I'm ready to go now. I want to pick two properties up, and I was just wondering whether I should sell or not.
Okay. I mean, if the numbers make sense, especially where the market's at right now, if you get that return and flip that into two, three, four, five other properties, I would say that makes sense depending on what you're trying to do with your portfolio. Is that something you agree with?
Makes perfect sense to me. I just want to warn you that I'm not that easy to work with.
I get it. I mean, most investors aren't. They go by the numbers. It needs to make financial sense. So I deal with a lot of investors myself. I think I'm up to the challenge. But let me ask you this: is there time Monday at 2 or 3 p.m. would work for you to sit down, talk about your portfolio, and see what we can do to help you grow?
3 p.m. would probably work best for me. Thank you.
Okay, great. I'll see you at 3 p.m. and I'll confirm the Sunday night.
Awesome. So real quick, how do you feel about that conversation? Not what do you think? How do you feel about that conversation?
Me?
Yeah. Yes.
I didn't feel that strong about it.
Okay. Why not?
I don't have the script down, so if I'm being honest, and I don't think it was fluid.
Okay. So I think it was perfectly fine, right? I think it was perfectly fine. I felt no emotion, no passion,
Okay.
no reason for me to choose you versus your competition, right? So if it's all data and if it's all everybody has the same information, why do I choose you? Well, I choose you because I like you. I choose you because I feel something, right? So when we start digging into investors, we tend to switch off the emotion because they're investors, right? What do they care? But every single purchase is emotional.
Yep.
Every single sale is emotional, right? So hey, I noticed that you've been here for a while. First of all, what made you choose this place in the first place? Right? Oh, well, the money was just right and such and such and such. Yeah, okay. So the money is right. That formula is the one that's going to work for you. Is just like based on just having the money right, or is there an area that you're interested in that you want to grow into?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So just in my opinion, this is my opinion. The conversational aspect of your script is what's going to be important, right?
Gotcha.
How quickly can you? I don't care if you don't know the script, right? The script is there for you. What I'm more worried about is how well you're connecting to the person. So it's question, listen, repeat, and approve. So that repeat and approve is where all of that passion and energy is going to come from.
Gotcha. All right, cool.
Also, the one big one, like Sekou saying, you want to see, they're going to work with somebody that they like. So I always just try to find one thing that I have in common with that person or some sort of common ground. And when they were like, when Sekou was like, I'm not easy to work with, I would have just been like, I'm not either. Why do you think you're not?
Right.
Like, boom, now you got something there, like just one piece of the conversation that you can relate to.
Yeah, I know I asked Dave this before, and I'm curious to see what your answer is, Scott. Would you tell them that you're an investor yourself?
Yeah, I would. I would say,
okay.
Yeah, I've invested in real estate in the past as well. What's your investment strategy?
Gotcha. Okay, because I asked Dave.
What's your formula? I think Sekou says a lot.
Yeah. Because then if you tell them, I'm an investor too, Dave was saying you may not want to do it because then they're going to be like, okay, so if you're getting all these great deals, why aren't you going to invest with them themselves? Why are you giving them to me? So
I've actually had that question, and I just tell them, I can't invest in every single thing that's out there. There's just way too many projects. So then that's where the formula or strategy comes in. What's your strategy? Oh, mine's a little bit different. We look for this, because there's so many different ways to invest.
Sure.
It's not like there's just a catch-all and it's a good investment, and anyone who calls himself an investor is going to invest in it.
Yeah, I hear you. Okay, cool.
So and then it also could be a partnership thing too. Maybe
one of the other things that you should consider in this investor win-lose scenario, right? Because investors always look at winning and losing, right? So well, if you're an investor, how come you haven't, invested in all these properties? Sometimes you can't win them all. I'm learning from folks like yourself. Like, I could clearly see that you've won with this property. How did you? And then I just turn it right back into questions.
Yeah, exactly. And then you just
gotcha.
You put them up on a pedestal too. Yeah.
Yeah. What made you think this was going to be a winning property? Did you know in the beginning, or did you get lucky?
Get luck into it. Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you, Ryan P. Who's next? Yeah, Mawson, it's up to you if you want.
Sure. Give it a shot. I'm on. So how am I starting it? Just giving you who I'm calling.
Yeah, just give me just who was this last person that you spoke to with this script? Were they angry? Were they confused? Were they?
So I've been calling through our buyer pool this morning, and I always get, the most common objections are the pre-approval. I'll get pre-approved when I find a place, and also I'm not really sure where I'm looking.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, I'm
so,
here.
Okay, ring.
Hello.
Oh, hi, Sekou. This is Scott with eXp Realty. How are you this morning?
I'm doing just fine. You're with? Oh, yeah. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for asking. I appreciate that. Hey, just reaching out real quick. I saw that you took a look at our property over on Main Street there, and I just wanted to see, how's the home search going?
Man, it's I don't know, man. It's a little confusing for me. There's so many things out there.
I get you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear that all the time. What specifically? Is it just because there's so much out there to look at, or is there something else that has you confused?
Well, there's so many different services. There's so many different things, but they'll all show you the same house, but they're all like, there's a bunch of different descriptions. Like, it's a 1-bedroom, it's a 1-bedroom and den, it's a this, that, and the other thing. It's getting a little frustrating. I get out there and it's not what I thought it was going to be.
I hear you. I definitely have heard that before. Are you just looking at properties online, or are you working with an agent that sat down with you and really dug into what you're looking for?
No, I'm just looking online. I don't necessarily. I think I'm going to go right to whatever the selling agent is.
Yeah. Okay. I hear that strategy a lot. It seems to be a common one lately. So we do things a little bit differently. And can I just give you a little bit of background on how we do things here and see if it makes sense for your strategy?
Oh, by all means, please, anything that can help.
Perfect. So we actually like to sit down with our buyers, and I'm going to put you in touch with one of our top buyer agents that can sit down and really get a sense of what you're looking for, so that we could cast a more focused net as opposed to such a wide one, and really get a feel for what you're looking for and why you're doing this, so that they can go out and people like myself can make calls and find properties that are specific to what you're looking for. Does that make sense?
That does make sense. The only thing that I worry about is that, like, I've worked with an agent before, and you know, they were moving slow, and they weren't putting in the offers the right way, and the selling agent would just reject it outright. We never got accepted. So that's why we're going directly to the
Wow.
seller's agent.
I can see why that would happen. Okay, definitely see that. So you've gotten to a point where you've made offers. Is that right? Am I hearing that right?
Yeah, this is not the first time. Like, when we found this house, we had to go directly to the seller's agent.
Okay. All right. So let's step it back a little bit. What has you? Do you own right now, or are you renting?
Oh no, I own right now. I've got to sell this place in order to go.
Got it. Okay. So you have a property that you have to sell. Is that your main concern? Is getting your property sold, or are you focusing more on finding the place because you know that you're going to be able to sell yours easily?
Actually, I don't know, man. We're in this process right now. We're just kind of throwing things on the wall and seeing what sticks.
Okay. Well, why are you thinking about moving?
I want a bigger place, man. I've been thinking about moving almost since the moment we moved in here. It's been a nightmare.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you've had some challenges. Is it just because of the size of the house, or is there other problems and challenges you've run into?
No, I can't stand my neighbors. I
Oh,
did
boy.
not know how challenging it was going to be to own a house here in the city.
Yeah, I've
Parking,
been
et
there.
cetera, et cetera. Yeah.
Yeah, parking's a nightmare. It's just, I've also found with just in the city, whether it's a condo or a rental, you just seem to hear everybody. It's like everybody's on top of each other. You could hear your neighbors. So are you looking to be less crowded, or are you like to move out of this area and into somewhere where you have more space,
Oh
or
my God.
just a bigger house in general?
No, you're singing my words, man. Less crowded. I didn't even think about that as a phrase. Yes, I just want some space away from the people, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay. All right. So that makes sense. I totally understand. Do you have, I mean, if you could live anywhere, if you could wave a magic wand and boom, you're in your new house, this one that you have is sold, where would that be?
In the burbs somewhere. I honestly don't know, but in the burbs somewhere.
Okay. So are you thinking like staying in New Jersey, just a little bit outside of the cluttered areas, or
Oh
are you
yeah, yeah,
thinking
yeah.
like
No,
a big move all the way down south?
I've got to stay in New Jersey. I've got to stay in New Jersey.
Okay.
My work is here.
Okay.
My life is here. Yeah.
Awesome. What type of work do you do?
I'm a industrial salesperson.
Okay. Excellent. Do you have to like report to an office, or do you go out to different territories and see people face to face?
I'm a territory guy. Yeah, I got my territory is
Awesome.
all of Middlesex and Sussex and Somerset County.
Wow, that's a wide net there. Yeah, my dad was the same thing. He did alarm and security sales. He had his Northeast territory was New York, Northern New Jersey, and all the way up to Connecticut. So, yeah, I definitely understand the traveling game. Okay, so it sounds like then with these ranges, you want to be maybe somewhere like around. Are you thinking Somerset or Middlesex, like somewhere out there where you're close to where you're working, but you're also getting more space?
If that could happen, that would like make my day.
Awesome. So let's do this. Let's dig into so at that point I would cut it and I would dig into their property and how their investment strategy for that one. I can keep going if you want, or.
Nah, that's perfect. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about that person?
I felt pretty good. Yeah, I think that they have a specific need. So they want to get out. They need more space. They've wanted to get out of that place since they found it. So I would really try to focus on finding the next place. And then it sounds to me like that's their focus, like what the next place is. So getting them excited about that, it sounds, again, without digging into the seller side, like they just will be able to list and sell if they find a place. So getting them excited about the sale, about the new place, and then going into if they're reasonable on that sale.
Probably the only thing that I worry about with that buyer / seller is their willingness to go directly to the listing agent. Their need to go directly to the listing agent, I would dig into the sorry, the decision to buy this house that they almost immediately didn't like. Did you work with the selling agent or did you work with with a buyer's agent to
Oh,
find
nice.
this house?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I would dig into how they found it, what made it a good choice for them. You know, what made them pull the trigger on this place? Was it out of desperation or was it something that they deliberated? Like stuff like that. I would
Got
dig
it.
into there.
Yeah.
But damn, yes, yes, y'all.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
right. I mean, you get into just see what made them make that choice in the first place.
Yes,
Awesome.
sir. All right. Damn. Thank you. How'd I do? I was a pretty good buyer, right?
Yeah, no, that's it. Those are the objections that you hear all the time. Those are the ones. So made it, not easy because you're going to the seller, and I hear that all the time, and that's only recent. It's been like the last year or so that I've been hearing that constantly. But yeah, that's one that we run into, and then that hesitation. So yeah, that was real world. Thanks, man.
Thank you. I'm saluting with both hands. Who else? Carlos, I see you on there, man. Scotty, I see you on there. Mr. Some Sell, not less sell. Oh, Hanis. Who else? Who else wants to roll with me? If you role play with me and you're in the room, you got to get out of the room because we can hear you. Carlos, you down? Carlos sounds like he's got a lot going on over there. I'm going to mute you then. All right. All right. All right. Anyone else? All right. Danielle is going to do it real quick.
I gotta go into another office. Hold on. Ring, ring.
Hello.
Hi, can I speak to Sekou, please?
This is.
Hey, Sekou, my name is Danielle with eXp Realty. I was calling about your property over at 6301 Boulevard East.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. How can I help you?
Great. I wanted to reach out to you because, as you may know, the market in your area is seeing a big change in this past year. The issue we're seeing now is that there are more people looking to buy than sellers looking to sell. And it's the same thing with rentals too. So I wanted to reach out to you and ask you, would you consider selling if the right offer came along?
I absolutely would.
Oh, okay. Awesome. How long have you owned this property?
The last 10 years.
Okay, awesome, awesome. Well, I'm curious, how did you happen to pick this property to invest in this area?
I literally was looking and my I just pulled the trigger on this. I was just tired of looking.
Okay, tired of looking, pull the trigger. So were you working with an agent or did you go directly to the listing agent?
I was working with a couple of agents, but
Mm-hmm.
but in this particular case, I just approached the owner myself.
Oh, okay. So you approached the owner, cut out the agent. Is there any particular reason why you did not have an agent represent you during this transaction?
They just don't move fast enough. I'm tired of lazy agents trying to get a commission and not doing anything in order to earn it.
Okay. Lazy agents, I get it. You know what? I work with some of these people and I'm amazed myself. So it's unfortunate that does happen. So I am working with some investors that are looking. So it typically takes about 1 to 3 months in this market to get a property sold. Did you know that?
Yeah, I guess I kind of knew that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, fortunately, what I'd like to do is set up a time to preview the property. It would Wednesday or Thursday work for you at 4 p.m.?
If you want to preview the property, you can come now. I'm not there.
I would love to, but I do have a tight schedule today. So would Wednesday at 4 p.m. work?
Wednesday, 4 p.m. Yeah, I can make that work.
Okay, awesome. So Sekou, really quickly, so you can have a face to the voice that called you, I'm going to text you my business card as well. And I'd like to send you some information. What is your email address?
It's blah blah at blah blah. Sekou at homesbydevote.com.
Blah, 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 blah. Sekou at homesbythevote.com. Great. Just check your spam because you never received anything from me. And thank you so much. And I'll look forward to meeting with you on Wednesday at 4.
All right, I'll see you then.
Bye.
How
How
do you
was
feel
that?
about that? No, don't ask me. How do you feel about it?
It didn't feel rehearsed. I listened, repeat, and reprove. I could have went a little bit deeper into, you pulled the trigger because you were tired of looking, because then, I could have dug a little deeper into what you were really looking for, and why did you just decide to buy? Because it sounded like you just bought just to buy, versus really taking the time out to purchase something that would make sense for you. So I should have kind of dug a little deeper in that.
So
Go ahead.
here's what I hear. I hear, and this is not you exclusively. This is what I hear from a lot of agents. I hear the desire to get through the script. I hear the desire to get to the end. It's not the desire to get more information. And so with this particular guy, in my head, what I was envisioning was somebody that was just nonchalant about it because he doesn't remember. It's not top of his mind. It's not like, because you have the data in front of you and because you have the information in front of you, we tend to think that they all have this file cabinet of information with them and in front of them. No, I bought the house 10 years ago. I don't remember why I did this or why I did that. So to go in and to ask more questions, ask a lot more questions, ask a ton more questions. I think would be the better move for you in that
Okay.
scenario. You're talking to an investor. The assumption is already lower emotion. The assumption is already less interest, et cetera, et cetera. He went around 2 agents that he was working with to go find a place and talk to the owner himself. Talk to me about that. Now tell me about your strategy. You went and found that you approached the owner yourself, because we do that. That's pretty deep. What made you do that? And say, well, no, because now I can control the situation and such. So you're going to learn more about the person so that you can learn more about how you can provide service. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Any other people want to chime in on that? Does that make sense what I'm saying, or is that word salad? All right.
Makes sense.
All right. So we're at 10:27. I want to open it up for any scripting questions, any technique questions that we have in general. This was a good session, and I thank you all.
How was my tonality?
Your tonality was great. When you laugh, I got that one little pet peeve about how you laugh when you're laughing with them. Yeah, that's better. I would prefer that laugh rather than the when you're switching your laugh. Yeah, when you're doing that aha, that almost sound like, I got you, motherfucker. I got you.
Got it. I don't know how my different laughs come out for different scenarios, and you're the only person that catches that, but I get what you're saying.
Well, if that's the only thing that I can, if that's the only thing that I can focus on, then that's fine. You're doing great. If we're just fine tuning, this is a fine tune. This isn't a broad stroke. This is a fine tune. So if you are going to be purposeful, yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead, Scott.
I was going to say, I've heard you have a lot of conversations, Danielle, and I know the different fluctuations, and you kept monotone because Sekou was really monotone. It sounded like you mirrored a match like perfectly. Sekou seemed like he was pretty flat, and you kept it flat and just, you mirrored matched. Yeah, it was solid.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm doing my best to make sure I stay in my Olivia Pope mode.
That's it. All right, it's 10:29. Any other questions, scripts, objections, etc.? This is pretty awesome. All right, guys. I love you guys. I'll catch up with you later. Hey, Scott, you wanna say anything about setting up some times? Anything? Here's your commercial for scripting people.
Yeah. So we're going to start doing this every Friday. I'll be on here, so I'm going to start talking to some other people, and if we want to put together a morning. I'm going to be doing mornings, and then I think we have somebody that may be starting with us making calls that's going to do evenings. So reach out and let's put together. Maybe we will put together like a script practice calendar, so we could all keep track of who's doing when and some sort of a rotation. Just thoughts at this point.
Awesome.
Awesome.
All right, guys.
But maybe I'll put up on the Appointment Academy Facebook page that I'm looking for info, and we'll start up there, I guess, or looking for script practice partners.
I love it.
Cool.
Later, alligators.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.